Well, a former Upstate bus driver faces charges after an internet sex crime sting. Lexington police in the Midlands arrested Brian Rogers on multiple charges, including attempted criminal sexual conduct with a minor ages 11 to 14. Officials say Rogers reached out to an undercover detective with the state attorney general's office, believing the agent was a young girl. Well, investigators say Rogers asked about the detective's age and wanted to meet up at a hotel room for sex after sending nude photos. Rogers was then arrested at the hotel in Lexington. Now, we learned from the Spartanburg School District 6 that Rogers was a bus driver with them and he was fired as soon as the charges were revealed. School officials say they have personally contacted parents of students on Rogers' bus route about those charges.